Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to achieve this with shoulder and off shoulder dress. So first, these are the material I'll be making use of. One is velvet, while the other one is the satin I will use for the lining. So I'll be cutting on the satin, which after I will cut on the velvet. So this will serve as the starting point. So the next thing I'm going to mark is my armhole line, which is also the chest line. I'm marking it, the chest line. So I'll go ahead and connect the dots. So the next thing I'll be marking nipple point. Nipple point is 10, while under bust 13 inches, waist 16, then the full length. The full length I'm working with is 24. So I've already gone ahead and rolled the lines. So the next thing I'll be inserting is nipple to nipple plus 1 inch because I'm not cutting, plus half inch because I'm not cutting on a pattern paper. I'm cutting on the fabric. So I added half an inch for the seam allowance. My nipple to nipple is 4 inches. I added half an inch. So I've went ahead to label the line so that I will not be confused. So the next thing, I'll be coming out by 2.5 this side. You can make yours 1.5 1.5 on each line, but I choose to go from this line. You can divide yours to the both lines. So from there I make curve to meet nipple point. So from under bust I'll be coming out by 1.5. So I'll connect it to nipple point also. I will blend the sharp edges. So from under bust I'll be marking 1.5 to full length. So I'll go ahead and connect the lines. So if you are working with bust 40 and above, you can make it 2 inches instead of 1.5. But if it's 36 to 39, you can make use of 1.5. So in the inner part, I'll be minusing 0.7. It's almost 1. That's why I showed you the line. 0.7 is more than half inch, half inch is 0.5. Why this one is 0.7? So I'll be connecting the nipple to those lines. Just watch carefully, you understand what I'm doing. So this is how it's looking like. I'll use of these lines. This place I'll be cutting them out. So I've went ahead to cut them. So I'll go ahead and notch the under bust. notch the underbust so that you will not get confused while sewing. It's very important. So the next thing I'll be covering the bust part to get my body measurement. You cover it this way to get your body measurement. So I'll be placing my bust measurement divide by 4 plus the inches that you use to sew it. I'm making use of 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. So here I'll be inserting my round under bust plus 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. On the waistline, I'll be inserting waist divide by 4 plus 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. So on full length, I'll be inserting my hip measurement divide by 4 plus 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect the lines. So the next thing that we'll be doing is to mark the shoulder. The shoulder measurement divide by 2 plus 1/2 inch. So from that shoulder, I'll come down by 8 inches for the armhole. I'll go ahead and connect it. I'll connect it this way. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So while cutting on the shoulder, I left 0.5 inch that I will use to join the shoulder. So this is how it's looking like. So for the back, I normally use the side pattern to cut out the back if I'm making use of rope. For the back, I make use of rope eyelet. But if you are making use of zip, you can go ahead and cut it your normal way. So I've already gone ahead to fold the breast part of the sides, front side. So this is how I'm cutting it. I'm cutting exacting with the front pattern, just that this side I'm slashing now, I fold the breast part in because back doesn't have breast. So this is what we have for the back. I want the back to have opening, so I subtract almost 4 inches on fold. So I've went ahead to cut both the front and the back on the main fabric. So this is the pad that I'll be using. Is kinda hard, not too hard and not too soft. So this is how I cut out my breast pad. So from that 8 inches, I make a curve this way. From that 8 inches, I come up by 1, that is from shoulder to 7. At the center part. Then from there, you on the side part, you come up a little bit if you are working with sweethearts. This is what I have. So for the back, I'll come up by 1 inch, that is from shoulder it will be 7 inches. Then I will make this curve. For this side, I don't have pattern for this particular side, so this is what I'll be cutting on that part. So I went ahead to cut it out. So this is how it's looking like. So I went ahead to gum the pad and hairstay on the main fabric. So I'll go ahead and join them. Remember, I notched the underboard so that it will be easy while sewing. So this is what I have after sewing, after joining the front parts. This is the inside. So I'll go ahead and notch it so that I will have a relaxed seam. So I went ahead to sew the same thing on the lining. So the next thing I'll be doing is to draft out the neck. So I'll be cutting the lining and the main material and the main material the same time. So I went ahead to fold it this way. We have our shoulder. So the next thing I'll be marking is 3.5 inches as the width. Then the depth, I go as far as 7 inches for the depth. So on the shoulder side, I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Though this chalk is not visible, but you understand what I'm explaining. The width of the neck is 3.5, while the depth is 7. You can go as low as 8 inches, depending on if you want your cleavage to show. So I'll be cutting the shoulder slope side. I went ahead to trim down the armpit side, armhole side. So I've removed the lining. I'll be working with the main fabric first. So this is how it's looking like if you want to leave yours as V. v-neck. So I'll be cutting it on the left part. So from there you make a curve this way, but if you want to measure it, is from the shoulder you go down by 6 inches. Don't worry, I will show you what I mean. From the shoulder here, I came down by 6 inches. So this is it for the fabric. I'll be doing the same thing on the lining for that front pattern. So I'll go ahead and cut the lining of the front part. So this is the front material and the front lining. So for the back pattern, make sure that you arrange it this way so that you will not end up cutting wrong hand, like cutting left and right. Make sure you arrange it this way before cutting. After arranging, you flip it over and cut. It's the same 6 inches I'm cutting on the back pattern. So this is the back pattern. I went ahead and cut the lining of the back pattern also. So the next thing is to cut out the strap. So it will be front 6, back 6. You can add your sewing allowance, but I cut 12, total of 12, because the front sleeve is 6, the back sleeve is 6 also. If you cut 6, if you cut 12, it will be enough. So the wideness is 3 inches wide open. I'm not cutting it on fold, it's just one piece because I'll be turning it out. So this is it after cutting. So I'll go ahead and sew it this way and turn the right part out. So this is it. You can make yours to be tinier, you can make it to be broad. So this is how I'll be joining the strap. I will use it to turn this lining, put it inside this way. Make sure that the right side is facing the right side. So I'll go ahead and turn it this way. I'm turning only the neck and the side I put strap.
So after doing that, I went ahead and notched it to have a relaxed surface. So this is it. You can go ahead and top stitch and put hemming gum depending on how you do yours. So for the back pattern, I'll be using the lining to turn it this way. Just watch carefully and see how I turn it. Make sure that you insert the strap inside. When you turn it, you have this. You end up with this. If yours is not looking like this, that means you did not get it right. I went ahead to turn the shoulder of the other sleeve. So from there, I sew till I reach 6 inches, then I notch because I'll be inserting my eyelet casing there. So the next thing, I went ahead to close the pattern, that is the front and the back, with the allowance that I added at the initial time.